My name is Noah Benjamin, and I'm helping out with ECS 32B next quarter. I took AP Computer Science as a senior in high school, and then I completed ECS 32A the quarter before I took 32B, and I've completed 32B. With that experience, I took about 10 to 15 hours per homework assignment, which seems like a lot, but spread out over a week and a half, it goes by really fast. And the important thing is to start early, because doing it in the 2 days before is next to impossible. And 10 to 15 hours total. It's not 10 to 15 hours coding. A lot of that time is spent in the debugger, trying to solve the problems that you're encountering, and planning ahead, like trying to outline how I'm going to solve the problem before I actually start the project. I think to speak to the overall difficulty of the course, it's time management skills that it really boils down to. Without proper time management skills, this course is going to be very, very difficult. It's impossible to do the assignments like 1 or 2 days before they're due. You need to start like a week before, so you have time to ask the questions that you run into on campus wire or in office hours, or to send an email. But with proper time management skills and utilizing office hours, I think that the class is still difficult, but very doable and rewarding. If you go to office hours when you have questions and post them on Campus Wire, then you shouldn't have any problems finishing the assignments. And if you do, that's why office hours are there. And so you want to start early enough so that you can use those resources that are available to you. I think the most important things that I learned during the class is how to effectively use PyCharm, which is a really powerful IDE, especially the debugger and its integration with GitHub. You can use the debugger to solve almost any bug you run into, and so it's good to invest your time into learning that. And another thing that I think was a really helpful thing to learn in this course was unit testing. It's something that if you want to do computer science, you're going to have to know in the future anyway, and it's a good thing to start practicing just to test your own code. It's a really good thing to practice. My secrets to success are to plan ahead. I think both in when you're going to start the assignment and how you're going to do the assignment. If you plan to start early, you'll find that it's much easier to complete the assignment if you start a week or a week and a half before the due date. And if you feel that a problem is too complex to just sit down and start coding, I think planning how you're going to do the problem, even on paper, is really helpful. And sometimes just outlining it on a piece of college ruled paper is the best, I think, for planning ahead. I think the second best advice I can give you is use all of the resources that are available to you. The book has a surprising amount of answers in it if you reference it, and office hours are there for you. Everybody there wants to answer your questions, so if you come prepared, you'll definitely get your questions answered. And if you have a question, chances are it's probably been asked on Campus Wire, so that's always a good place to check as well. Also, I think asking questions in class is a really good idea. It's not as easy for everybody, but if you ask the questions when they come to you instead of trying to answer them on your own later, I think you'll find you understand the material much better. And Professor Butner is really good at answering questions, so use him as a resource. I think if you start assignments early, are attentive during class and while reading, and you participate in office hours, you can definitely succeed in this course.